Okay, good morning, everyone. So today what I'm doing is making a t-shirt. I just opened my 2023 dev kits. I'm not sure if this one is from 2023, but it is Kario Fit body. I'm using Blender 3.3. When I opened it, I got this avatar rig version mismatch. Um, I'm not gonna update the rig, but if you guys would like to see a video on that, I might just do one. But for now, I'm just gonna hit OK and ignore it. And then I'm going to right click on the body over here in my collections on collection number 20. Now I have cleaned this file up, so yours may be different if you're using Cario. Okay, collection 20 is the body, collection 1 is the armature, the bones. I'm clicking that off. And my collection 3, I made that to put my clothes in. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go to File, Save As. And I'm just going to click on my desktop over here. And I'm just going to make a new folder and call it Cario T-shirt 2 2025. And I'm going to double click on that folder. And I'm going to rename the file here. And I'm going to call it T-shirt. And leave it at that. And left click on Save As. So now my file is saved. So I'm going to go to Add. Right now I'm on default, so I'm going to change it to Layout. I'm going to press 1 on my keyboard to go into Front Orthographic View. I'm holding down Shift and my middle mouse button to move. And I'm scrolling my middle mouse button to come in closer. I'm going to go up here to Add. Also, if you don't have this tab up here that says Layout, you can add it by hitting the plus button right here. Go to General and then left click on Layout. And to delete any tabs that you don't use, I've already deleted tabs that I don't use, and I kept ones that I do use. And so to delete, you just right click on the tab and you can hit delete. You can reorder the tabs, you can duplicate the tabs, and you can rename them. Okay. All right. So I'm in Layout. All right. So I'm going to go to Add, Mesh, Plane. The plane is right under my feet. I'm going to hit R on my keyboard for rotate, X on my keyboard for X axes, and I'm going to hit 90 on my numpad for 90 degrees and hit enter. I'm going to come up here and enable, this is the gizmo, I'm going to enable move so I can use these arrows to move. I'm going to hit S on my keyboard for scale, and I'm just going to move my mouse button and scale this down. I'm going to come in a little closer. I'm going to drag this up. I'm going to hit 3 on my keyboard to enter into side view. I'm going to pull this out over the chest. I'm going to hit 1 on my keyboard to go into front view. I'm going to hold down shift and drag this down and come closer. Okay. I'm going to drag this up. No, you know what? Right there is good. Alright. I'm going to hit S on my keyboard to scale this a little more. Coming closer. Drag it down. I'm going to click over here to go in edit mode. You also can use tab on your keyboard to go back and forth from object mode to edit mode, which I normally do. But you also have that option to change your modes right here, okay? Alright, so now I'm in edit mode. I'm going to go to edge. I'm going to subdivide. Alright, so you see orange means everything is selected. I'm going to change, excuse me, my selection mode from face. This one is edge. This is vertex. I'm going to click on vertex. I'm going to hit A twice on my keyboard to deselect everything. and hit A once to select everything, twice to deselect. I'm going to hit C on my keyboard for circle select. You see the circle. You can make it bigger, scroll in your middle mouse button, or you can make it smaller. Okay, then I'm going to click my left mouse button and select these vertices. I'm going to right click my mouse button to get out of circle select mode. I'm going to hit X on my keyboard, and that's for delete. I'm going to delete vertices. I'm going to hit C on my keyboard for circle select. Left click on these. Oh, you know what? I didn't have to do that. I'm going to come down here to this wrench. That is our modifiers. And I'm going to left click on that wrench, and I'm going to left click on add modifier. I'm going to add a mirror modifier. I'm going to enable clipping. And clipping is just so your mesh doesn't intertwine. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to hit A twice on my keyboard to deselect everything. C for circle select. I'm going to select these vertices right here. I'm going to right click to get out of circle select. I'm going to hit E on my keyboard. Make sure these guys are all selected. I'm going to hit E on my keyboard for extrude. I'm going to see you can, and I'm just going to start extruding. I'm trying to keep it the same, I don't know. It's early, y'all. And I'm just going to keep extruding and do my shape that I want. This will be basically for the neckline. I'm going to hit R for rotate, and I'm just going to rotate it some. I'm going to hit click on my right mouse key just to undo that, because I'm going to just grab some of these. Now I'm going to hit R for rotate. See, I didn't get all of them. What is going on? All right, bear with me because my mouse is screwy. Why do I have doubles? That's weird. All right, so it's something. I'm gonna hit A to select everything. I'm gonna go to mesh, clean up, merge by distance, and it removed 7 vertices if you look on the bottom over there. All right, so now I'm gonna hit C for circle select. I'm a middle mouse button key, pressing it down to just deselect these vertices. Right mouse click to get out of circle select. R for rotate, and I'm just gonna shape it some more. I'm hitting C on my keyboard, deselect these guys. R for rotate, and I'm gonna keep doing that. Alright. Okay. So now I'm gonna hit the C for circle select, and I'm gonna hit extrude, and I'm gonna extrude down. So I'm gonna hit Z on my keyboard. So I hit E and then Z and just drag these down. And I'm moving my guy, and I'm gonna keep doing it. And I will speed this process up. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is select these edges here, just on the side, up to right there. And I'm gonna extrude, and I'm gonna hit X to extrude on the X axis. So E for extrude, X for X axis. And I'm just gonna bring this out, trying to make it uniform. And I'm gonna do it again. And I'm gonna do it again. Okay, so now what I wanna do is I just wanna kinda move these down some. Okay. And I need another line for the arm, because now we're going to make the arm. We have the neck, we have the t-shirt base, which is cool. Now you could either bring this one up. That's up to you. Matter of fact, let's do that. Let's bring it up. I'm going to highlight the bottom and make sure nothing is highlighted up here. Right click off my circle select, and I'm just going to drag this up. And then with these selected, I'm going to press E to extrude and just bring it all in Z so it'll come down straight. And then I'm going to left click to set it. Okay. Now you can clean these up over here. Let's do that. And right now I'm just holding down shift and right clicking on these vertices. And then I'm just going to left click on the top of the arrow and move them down. I'm going to use my C circle select and middle mouse button to deselect. And then right click to get off of circle select. And just move these down some. Okay. Now I'm going to click on this one vertice. I'm going to hold down Alt on my keyboard. And I'm going to right click to select this whole line. And then I'm going to just bring it up some. If my mouse lets me. Okay. And then I'm just going to bring these up some. Let's do this guy. Alright. Now, I'm going to hit A twice on my keyboard to deselect everything. I'm going to press C for circle select. I'm just going to grab these vertices right here. Right click to get off of that. I'm going to hit E for extrude. X for X axis. I'm going to I'm going to hit left mouse button to set that. I'm going to hit E for extrude. X for X axis. And I'm just going to bring that out. Okay, now we're going to fill in these rows. Okay, so I'm going to press A twice to deselect everything. I'm going to put my mouse over the shirt. Over here, I'm going to press Control R. And you get this line. You see it's not moving. But if I move my mouse, it'll change positions. But you can't move it up and down. So I'm going to left click. Oh, yeah, left click. And then you can move it. Alright, so I'm going to, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to right click. I'm going to hit Control Z to undo that. So I'm going to hold down, so I'm on over here, hovering over here with my mouse. Control R. I'm going to move my middle mouse button. I'm going to roll it up to make more edges. Those are called edges. Okay, edge loops. And then I'm just going to make it much lines as I think it makes it uniformed. And I think that is good right there. So I'm going to left click once. And I'm going to left click twice. And it sets it. Okay. Now I'm going to come up here on the sleeve and do the same thing. Okay. Now I do want to add a line here. And maybe there. I don't know. So I'm going to hold down Control R. I'm going to add one there and one here. And one in the middle. Okay. Alright, and one here going down. And one here going down. And I'm going to hit A twice to deselect everything. I'm going to add another one here. You don't have to do this. I have OCD. I'm going to add one more here. And now they all look off. But I think it's better to have more geometry here. Alright. So now I'm going to add one here as well. Near the Let's see. Do I need to do that? No, I really don't. I really, really don't. All right, I'm going to right click to undo. Okay. And remember, Control Z is always your friend. All right, so I'm going to hit 3 on my keyboard to go to side view. I'm going to hit A to select everything. See? E for extrude. I'm going to put Y on, press Y on your keyboard for Y axis and just drag this back. I hit my right key to undo that. Let me Control Z, because I want to do something first. Should I do that? No. All right. I'm sorry. A to select everything, E for extrude, Y for Y axis, drag it back. And left click to set it. Now we don't want anything poking out. So you see the arms are poking out. So I'm going to hit A to select everything. And I'm just going to move this up. Okay. We don't want nothing poking out. All right. So I'm going to press A to deselect. And we're going to change our selection mode to faces. And what we're going to do is we're going to open up the holes where our neck, arms, and legs should be coming through. So I'm going to press C for circle select and just select those right there. I'm going to turn it around this way. Select the armhole. On the bottom, I'm going to select these. Right click to get out of circle select. And now I'm going to hit X on my keyboard and faces. Okay. So now we have the opening for our shirt. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my mouse over this line right here, or any line, hold down Alt and right click. I'm going to come over here, hold down Alt and Shift and right click. Okay. And now I'm going to hit X and then for delete, and we're going to do only faces. Okay. So those edge loops we have here are going to be like our thread. And I'm going to do that again for the neck part. So I'm going to go right here on this line, hit Alt, right click, and then I'm going to hold down Alt and Shift and right click. So those two are selected. And then I'm going to hit X on my keyboard and only faces. So that is our neckline. You can do it for the sleeves and the bottom if you want to, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep this simple as possible. All right, so once we have done that, we're going to go into object mode, and we're going to come to the modifier tab, and we're going to hit apply. Okay. Now we're going to do our UV map for the shirt. So we're going to go to UV editing. If you don't have that, go to the plus sign, general, and come down and add, left click on UV editing. It will add that tab to your interface. I'm going to, with my mouse on this side, I'm hitting 1 for front orthographic view. I'm going to tab on my keyboard to go into edit mode. I'm going to come over here on this side. This is the image editor, and we don't want the image editor. We want the UV editor. So I click down here and go to UV editor. Then these two arrows, I left click on there. And right now, this is our UV map. So what we're going to do is we're going to come on this side, and we're going to hit A to select everything. Okay. We're going to go to UV down here, and we're going to click on unwrap and unwrap. And there's our UV. You know what though? I don't like that. Let's separate the sleeves because I don't like that UV. And let me move that out the way. All right, I'm going back to layout. I'm going to hit A to deselect. And then I'm just going to do these guys here. And hit X for delete, only faces. All right. All right, so let's go back to UV editing. A to select everything, come back to UV and unwrap. It is split up even though it doesn't look like it's split up. So what I'm going to do is hit UV. I'm going to hit pack islands. Okay, that did nothing. And I'm also going to hit average island scale. That's good to make sure your textures look good. So let's see. These are split, but I don't know why I did it like this, but okay. You can play with the settings, but I'm going to leave mine like this. It is always something. All right, so this is our UV. All right, I'm sure someone in the comments got an idea for us. So let it be known because I am no expert. Okay. All right, so now we have our UV map. We're going to tab into object mode. So press tab on your keyboard. We're going to right click on the body and we are going to add, we're going to go to our physics property right over here. We're going to give the body a collision. And then we're going to scroll down here. We're going to ignore all this other stuff, particle, collision. And we're just going to deal with soft body and cloth. And we're only going to change two things. We're going to change the distance, the thickness to 0.001, enter. And we're going to change the friction. We're going to move it up to 10, enter. And that's it for the body. Then we're going to right click on the shirt. We're going to add cloth. We're going to change the quality. Let me move this over so you can see what it says. Oh, come on. Oh, I got out of it. Yeah, my mouse is crazy. So the quality steps. And all I did was, when you see these two arrows, you can drag and make stuff bigger. So for this, I'm just going to make it bigger. So you can see quality steps. We're going to put this as, I'll put 10. Because if the higher it is, the slower your sewing would be. All right. And then you could also choose a preset up here. So let's do cotton. I don't know. It really doesn't work for me, but you can try it. So these right here is the presets. You see, I made one called UGG. I did one that says T-shirt 00. Yeah. Oh, and it erased my quality steps. All right, so I'm gonna put 10 for quality steps, and we're going to go down, and you can close all of these. So we don't need all of those. So I just closed them. We do need shape. We're going to enable sewing. And we're going to change the max sewing force to 15. And we're going to change shrinkage factor to 0.01. Then we're going to come down to collisions. Open that up. Scroll down. Quality, we're going to put 10. Distance, we're going to put 0.01. Enter. Then we're going to click on self collisions to enable it. And we're going to change the distance to 0.01, enter. And that should be it for that window. And then coming down here, this is your timeline. you're going to press play. And it is going to attempt to sew your garment together. Now over here, the start is 1 and it's 250, so it will go to 250 frames. You can change that. See, right now it's on 20. I'm going to pause this. I'm going to change this to 25 and enter. And I'm going to hit rewind right here, jump to endpoint. And I'm going to play it again. It seems like it was, I think the sleeves may be too small. That's why it was falling off. So I'm just going to hit S for scale, Z for Z axis, and just scale that some. And make sure that this edge loops are not going inside of the body. Alright, now I'm going to hit play. And you got to remember, if you're doing any changes, you got to make sure you hit and go back to the beginning. Now I'm going to hit play. Now I'm going to hit pause. Okay. Also, I'm going to go to object. And I'm going to change this to shade smooth. Right now, it's shade fat. Flat, not fat. And here we have it on shade smooth. Okay. Now, this does look a little crazy, I must say. Like I said, I think the sleeves are too small. So what I'm going to do, and we'll fix it up later, so don't fret. I'm going to go in to modifiers again. And I'm going to apply the cloth. So that is done. I'm going to rewind. Always remember to rewind. Trust me. And then we're going to add a new modifier. And that one is called, if you don't see it, just scroll your middle mouse button down. I just saw it. Weld. And then we're going to change this to connected. And distance, we're going to change to 20. Oh, where'd it go? Okay, so let me change this to 1.0. So we did not weld. This is very good. Let me try 5.0. Oh, alright. Make sure you click only loose edges. Alright, that's where I messed up. Alright, and so it has welded that. So all our open seams are closed. And we're going to hit, and I just put it on 5.0. Connect it. Only loose edges. Okay. And then we're going to apply. Alright, so now when I go in here, this is how it looks. So we're going to tab into edit mode again. I mean object mode. And we're going to go back to physics properties. We're going to add cloth again. This time I'm going to put quality steps to 15. We don't need sewing, so you can click that off. We do need collisions, so we're going to do quality 10. Distance 0.01 and enter. And we're going to do self collisions. Distance 0.01. And we're going to hit play. See, it will only go up to 25 now because I changed it over here. And I'm going to hit pause. Pause for the cause. I'm going to bring my timeline up a little. Now you could just, wherever you like it, you can move it right here. Just drag it. Hold down your left mouse key and drag it. Alright, so this is what we have so far. A little t-shirt dress for the dude. So I'm going to right click on the t-shirt. I'm going to go into tab. I'm going to hit A to select everything. I'm going to come here to vertex. Left click and smooth vertices. And that smooths everything out. And you can increase it by left clicking on that arrow. And repeat. And you can see how it looks. If you like it, you can turn it down. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. And I think I like 3. So I'm going to be happy with that. And then I'm going to come over here up top and put this to vertex select mode. I'm going to come up here, enable proportional editing. And then I'm going to zoom in up here. And just click on these vertices. And left click on my arrow. Now my proportional editing circle is really small. So I'm going to make it bigger. My mouse is jacked up, so sorry about that. I'm gonna hit, you can hit G for grab. And you can move it anywhere. If you press Z, it'll just be up. X will be back and forth. But we're not doing that. I'm gonna keep it on Z. And I'm just, because I need to see my proportional editing circle. Alright, now that it is increased, that's what I would like. I'm gonna hit Z, Control Z to undo those 2 little points. Okay. And with them still selected, I'm going to just hit G for grab, Z for Z axis, and just bring this up. I'm not going to use the arrows because my mouse is messed up and it's giving me a hard time. So I'm going to use G for grab, just so you know. And then I'm just going to fix the sleeves. Hold down shift and select one over here. G for grab, Z for Z axis. And bring that up some. Okay. And now you can, you can fix yours how you want to. I would take off proportional editing. And you can G for grab, Z for Z axis. And just start moving. G for grab, X for X axis. X is right to left. Y is front to back. Z up and down. Okay. And right click if you wanted to set it back. Left click is to set. So I'm not bringing this shirt in Second Life. So I'm not going to stress. But you can definitely fix yours up. If you want a better look to it, you can even add a modifier, a subsurface modifier, or you can press A for select everything, go to edge, and you can subdivide to give it more geometry. Alright. Uh-oh. I never put this back to 0. Okay. That shouldn't affect anything because we applied all our modifiers. Alright, and you can update your... Did it update my UV layout? Does that look like it? Let me see. Oh, it did. Alright, so to redo, Control Shift Z, and it redoes it. So, alright. Our UV map is updated. Alright, good to know. So now, if you add the cloth again, let me tab into object mode. And if you hit... I never added the cloth modifier. Wow, and it didn't mess up. Okay. And now if you hit play again, it gives you more wrinkles and stuff. You see? All right, let me pause it because it's going crazy. Let me pause that. Oh man, my mouse. My mouse definitely is on its own. All right, so you see how you can get more wrinkles, and then you can just fix it up. You can fix it up in sculpting, um, what have you. All right. So now with that, for texturing, so you can see this is your neckline, but you also have your neckline on your UV. So if you want to add anything with textures, you can use the if you want to add a seam to your textures, you can just go off of the UV. I'm not really super happy with this UV, but it serves its purpose. Okay. All right. Well, I think that is it for this video. Um, the next one, we will texture this shirt. Okay. All right. Thank you for watching. May you please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you. Bye-bye.